Is this series alive again? Possibly. I really should actually get to doing this again and doing it in a consistent manner. But yeah, after about like 3 or 4 months or something, welcome back to part 20 of Race Driver GRiD. And, well, you kind of get, if you've been following this series still by any chance, you probably know that basically we're going to be getting some more shit done. I believe where we left off, we did the remaining stuff in the ARL Pro End, I believe. So that means next we have to do the last 2 Euro B license events here. So we have an endurance for the Le Mans series in GT1 and a prestige event with the Omex Supercar series. So we're gonna do the we'll go from left to right. So we've done a couple GT1 races before. We got a Celine S7R and an Aston Martin DBR9 already available, but we can also get ourselves a Corvette C6R, a Lamborghini Murcielago GT. I can also use my Ferrari 575 GTC that I've already used, but I think this time I feel like using something else. Let's go with the Corvette. I'm going to use the Corvette this time around. I know, using an American car in a European league, it's like, what? But that's just how I roll sometimes. I am a very strange person with how I decide things at times. But yeah, I apologize, I've been putting this series so off for so long. I've just never really got around to telling myself, hey, you should probably keep doing this. So you can call me lazy and you'd be right. But hopefully, it's been long enough that I think that it's time for me to, get this series back on its feet and hopefully get it to where it should be. So we'll see. But so yeah, this will be me just picking up right where I left off, and hopefully over the next little while I'll be able to get this completely done and be able to move on to something else. And there goes my teammate spinning the car around. What a nerd. It's supposed to be better than this. That's why I hired him. Yeah, whatever. I'm more concerned about how I'm doing. So yeah, this is another one of those split field races, so my aim is not to go for first overall, it's just to be first in the class, which I believe is 3 positions ahead there. Yep. Well, now that makes it 4 positions because I really fucked up that corner. Because I'm a very smart person when I do this, I swear. So I also like how the Corvette's like that. There's still a yellow outline around the C6R's headlights in this game. So even though the car I'm still using the blue and red paint I've been using, which in most cases doesn't usually bode well, I find. But I guess in my case I kind of like it, so it's why I went with it. Oh, and there's been a spin out, and I think I might have almost caused a spin out. Whoops. Let's just get right over there. Yeah, right on the inside too. So now we just gotta get up to the 2 up there in the Lamborghini, and I believe the Aston Martin as well. I think it's it's an Aston Martin. There we go. A bit of a well-timed downshift, get me a bit of a push up. So just gotta work my way up. There we go. Come on. And yes, as you can probably tell, I'm doing a bit of live commentary this time around, hopefully, because of the last few parts that weren't live because of my stupidity, and so hopefully I have since now gotten that completely fixed, and that it'll be back to how I intend to make it for the rest of the series. It's just easier for me to record live and then just upload it. I know that makes me sound a bit lazy, but it allows for faster ways to get the stuff out. And it's still very much of me. I'm not trying to take shortcuts to lower my quality or anything. It's just me. I guess it's usually just when you're doing it post, you're not like, your mindset isn't completely on what's happening exactly, so you can just talk about stuff. But when you're doing it live, your mindset is more focused towards the game, so it's kind of a bit more freeform in that manner. I don't even know if that's the right term or not, but whatever. And there we go. Managed to take a corner better to my advantage, and now I have 1 more lap to go with building away into the lead. Very nice. I think this is also, oh yeah, this is also my first part coming back to this, where I'm actually now using the Xbox One controller that I got about a month or so ago. I wanted something that was Not gonna need third-party drivers and stuff all the time like my DualShock 4, which which has been a bit of a hassle to use ever since the later Windows 10 updates. Like trying to put the thing in the hide mode or whatever it is that makes it work better with games is just a pain in the ass. Or exclusive mode, that's it. Just trying to put it in exclusive mode is a pain in the ass these days. So, and I honestly just it got to the point with me where it was just like, I don't want to keep dealing with this. So I just said fuck it and just bought an Xbox One controller, and it's working really good, and it is one of the newer ones, and I definitely would say they've improved them. The small adjustments, but they are better adjustments, I would say, in my opinion. So yeah, this is a bit of a competitive race. The Aston Martin and the Lamborghini there have really been keeping it a bit of a close one, and they've been taking advantage of me not particularly performing at my best. Yep, that is a bit of a dickish move, but I just needed to find my way around, and that was my ticket, and there we go. A pretty interesting race, but I managed to push forward and get myself the class win. And a bit of a fender bender race, I must say, but you know, whatever gets the job done, I guess, in the long run. I think that might be a pretty interesting shot. I might have to use that. I always just do that because I'm too lazy to do it off screen. I really need to change my priorities to do things properly, but yeah, whatever. So Fletcher, looks like he did gain one position, but yeah, he really kind of screwed himself after spinning out. I mean, it's his loss for not getting any sponsor objectives, so you know, I can't worry about that right now. I'm worried about how I do. Alright, so we got 2 laps of Spa next. And I'm pressing the wrong button again like an idiot. You can tell it's been a while when I'm doing little silly mistakes and everything. But to be fair, I think it's been a running thing throughout the series where I always just keep pressing the wrong button for shifting, and I don't know why. I think it's because I map the buttons the other way around, and I never really got around to changing that, so oops. Well, it looks like my teammate has got the class lead right now, so that's much better. It's just holding off that I think the same Aston Martin that was giving us competition, and that Aston Martin's. Ooh. Oh, I got mechanical damage. I don't want mechanical damage because that's cost me some sponsors, and I like money. There we go. Let's try this again. All right. I was trying to just see if I could get my way through there, just find that little gap, but he didn't give me enough of an opportunity. Damn, the Aston Martin slipped through. Alright, I gotta push. Gotta push and try to get it. Ooh, God, that was a bad corner. That was a very bad corner. Come on. Don't do this now to me, Thunder. Don't do this to me. I like how I'm saying this as if Thunder is a completely different person from me. That is just... I think of these things. I think words well when I do. Alright, come on. Maybe on the outside? Yeah, there we go. Just on the outside. Now I would actually try... I would actually see if I could hold Pedro back here and see if I can get Fletcher to get back up. But I think Pedro is going to be very hard for him to pass because that guy and him and the Aston Martin definitely moves quite a bit. That hairpin could have probably been better. Oh, I might have gotten a bit too much on him. Oops, my bad. Not that it's really going to change anything though, to be fair. And because this game makes it very easy to, I can go flat out through the What's that section called? Eau Rouge? Is that the specific corner? I can't remember. I think that is called Eau Rouge. Someone, if you know for sure, please feel free to correct me. But I do believe it's Eau Rouge. It's like one of the toughest corners in IRL, because it's an uphill corner that you pretty much need, in many cases, need to take nearly full throttle. Yeah, it's just, it can really unbalance cars if you're not careful. And it can challenge people for exactly how fast you need to take the corner. Some people will go full throttle and realize that their car is not going to make it through the corner, and then some people are going to go too slow, and then they're going to lose a lot of time. And it's like, it's one of those really interesting corners. One of the ones, like, you just have to kind of know exactly what you're going to be going into it for, in that sort of regard. I think I've built a pretty decent lead over Pedro now. Yeah, about a 2-second lead over Mr. Lamy. Or is it Lamy? Lamy, I don't even know. I think Pedro Lamy is a real driver. Like, just, it's a real driver that's represented as a driver in this game, I believe. But I don't actually know how you're supposed to say his name. If he spun out and if he spun out in front of me, the game would probably tell me, but that hasn't happened. So I'll take yet another class win, a pretty comfortable class win this time, and Fletcher at least held on for third in class, so good for him. That puts our team 6th overall in the points. I think that's ahead of a couple of the LMP drivers. I think. Could be wrong. I wasn't really paying much attention though. But yeah, but at least because of the fact he did third, he at least got his major objective, so that's a bunch of money right there. And yeah, now it's talking about Pedro again. It's like, I get it. Oh hey, I only start just behind him in second class. Though it does seem like that Aston Martin gets off the line pretty well. That's fine. It's a 3-lap race here. That was a planned downshift that I didn't really think through. Alright, there we go. I came flying through those corners, right up to the dual Aston Martins. Oh god, we're grinding. We're getting some fender bender action here. I probably could have braked a little sooner on that. And then there's Fletcher just behind the 2 Aston Martins as well as the Lamborghini. Oh shit, I think I have a bit of damage there, and I believe that's probably just because of the fact I horribly shifted too far down. Nope, I don't want to hold on to that, because if I do that, that's gonna bring back the damage, and I can lose some money for that. I don't want that to happen. There we go. I'm doing fairly well. Oh, I did it again. Why am I doing so poorly at my shifts now? I think it's because I'm shifting too fast down. All right, just try to relax. So I got this, hopefully. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. So, anyways, yeah. I have a suspicion that if I could actually drive like a maniac in this car, I could have probably actually gotten really close to the LMPs. I probably wouldn't be able to pass them, but I would at least be able to get somewhat close. But I'm not. I'm not that good at this game. Oh, that's a very bad time for me to be saying that. I'll just do it right there. That's another good angle shot, I guess. One that I didn't even intend for, but it did. But it's there. All right, I can't make another mistake because I got no other chances left. And yeah, my throat's a little sore right now. It's kind of been developing since yesterday. It's not a sick kind of sore. It's not a sick kind of sore. It's just I think it's sore just from my throat being dry, which means I'm not drinking enough, which is a problem. I need to actually learn to tell... I need to actually tell myself, listen, you need to stay hydrate. I got a fucking bot on my Twitch now that's supposed to tell me to stay hydrated. And yet I'm not particularly the best at doing that outside of streams. I don't think very well, do I? No, I don't. Anyways. So about that lead, we definitely have a lead here, and it's very large at this point. It's about nearly 3 seconds. It's a pretty large lead. Okay, there we go. Just a few more corners to go. Probably didn't need to brake that early. That probably costed me a bit of time. But I'm still in the lead, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And just around there, and we can floor it to the finish. That's my 3rd straight class win, and where did Fletcher finish? 5th. Not as good. I think he might have lost a position. No, I think he actually... No. My brain hurts. Fuck. So yeah, 6 overall in team standings, but yeah, we class... That is, of course, me taking every win in the GT1 class. He still made his major prize, at least, but that's it. And we shall net that. And monies, nearly 2 million in total. And our sponsor offers Olin's, Lunati, and K&N, of course. So now comes the real question: will the game crash? Because it tends to do that a lot. Ooh, K&N offers 30,000. Well, what is their 30,000? Finish no lower than 2nd. Well, I guess I could take out one of these ones, because there's 2 where you have to finish no lower than 1st. So we'll take out this one and we'll replace it with the K&N. Oh shit, I forgot I had a 33,000 one that I hadn't even applied. Alright, well, I'll take out the other first one here, and then I'll replace it with this one. Finish the race with no damage. Alright, is it gonna crash? No, thankfully. I always keep saying that ever since I realized that it was possible during this LP, is that if the game is going to crash. So, thankfully not.
24 hours of Le Mans.
And no, I don't really feel like doing that right now. And I am now currently 224th in the driver's standings. Fletcher is 79th, even though I drive better than him. Oops. And we are 54th in the earnings. Alrighty, so we got one more event, and then we got a Raven West duel. So the next event is the Omex Supercar Series. It's a prestige race, which I think I've only done once, because I think I've used the Speed 12 for that. There's also the Gallardo, the SLR 722, the Veyron, and the only 2 cars that were normally available, the Pagani Zonda R and the Koenigsegg CCXR. It's a weird fitting of some of these cars, but you know, I think this time I actually am gonna go with one of my personal favorites in terms of interest in car, is the Koenigsegg, and let's look for the cheapest one we can find. 1.6 million. That's pretty decent. Alrighty. I know it's not as interesting as using one of the DLC cars and everything, but I love Koenigsegg, so I have to use it at least once. Especially considering I've already used the Speed 12 earlier in this LP. So let's see how I get on with the Koenigsegg in comparison. And I'm feeling a sense of deja vu with this first track already. As in we were here just in the last championship for the first race. Also, I always find it interesting to see the Zonda R in this game, where it's like really early version of the car. Like the whole back end of the car is like very different. I think quite a bit different, and it doesn't look as fleshed out as the final car would. Oh Jesus, that was probably a very bad idea to overtake it there, considering how that went. So let's move that back a bit. I don't know about that. If you're talking about or before I rewind it, I wouldn't say so myself. Nice maneuver, my ass. All right, well, looks like my teammate, excuse me. Looks like my teammate is leading the race, which is nice. So all I got to do is get up there, possibly in front, and then hope that he can at least either maintain second, or if I can't pass him, that he stays in first. I mean, he's actually building a pretty good lead here, so it's definitely looking up. Maybe Prestige was his specialty. I don't even remember, like this Prestige class, because he's definitely driving well. He's even giving me a bit of competition here. Oh, should have given me at least a little bit more room. Thankfully, I've managed to avoid a fender bender situation. Alright, and now I've got the lead, so let's see if I can hold on to it. But the way Fletcher's driving, Jesus, he's moving in that thing as I nearly scooch the pooch, as my voice, for some reason, suddenly starts to go out on me. I've been up for a couple hours. Why is that happening? I don't know anymore. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if there's anyone I would be willing to come second to, it's probably my teammate, so... That was a little bit of a sloppy corner, but hey, it does give you a bit of pavement runoff, so it's not like it was gonna kill me. Alright. Yeah, this is pretty much going to be a pretty good 1-2. Or we've both got about a 2-second lead over third place there. Oh God, what are you doing? You got to give me room, man. You're supposed to be on my side. Jesus Christ. Apparently, my stupidity managed to do that. Oh God, he's getting me from behind. I would hope you're fine. Because that was more like a little bit of a nudge, if anything. Alrighty, so we just got to take these cars home and reap the rewards for a 1-2 finish. I need to shut up when I mention anything like that. I really do, because that just happens. Jesus, he suddenly slowed down when I just got a little close. Anyways, yeah, I should probably be giving him room too. Anyways, let's just get this car home, and then we'll be fine. There we go. Perfect. A 1-2 finish. Nice. I always like 1-2 finishes, especially when it's with the teammate. Anyway, so yeah, we're definitely looking in good shape. I of course meet all my sponsor objectives, netting 319,000. So what does he make? All but 2. So maybe I think I'd have to look at which ones he failed at, if any of them were first, or if those are just ones with damage. But yeah, he can now make decent money too for coming second. Anyways, that's probably what I'm gonna do in the future if I get like more. If I get like more where it's like the same prize money, sponsor money as one of the other sponsors, but has a more forgiving objective, I'll probably just put it on the car, just make it easier for both me and the teammate to score money. Yep, and Fletcher's already in the front. I really wish this game would have stopped doing this, where it always tries. More often than not, you're always having to start way back, and the teammate's always way out in front. It's like, shouldn't it base it judging on how you're doing in the races? Like I don't understand why they couldn't just go with the whole championship standings thing, like most other games do. Is like, depending on how many points you have is where you start the next race. Or depending on where you finished in the last race is where you start the next one, which other ones do too. It's like, you would think, right? But no, they didn't do it with this game, and I will never understand why. I suppose the only reason I could guess is they may have wanted to give it a little bit more of a challenge, but it still seems silly that you are put with these strangleholds, and yet your teammate can at times start the race all the way in the front, especially if they finish behind you. It just seems like such a dick move to me personally. That's one they probably should have looked over, but yeah, whatever, I guess. I'm not gonna really try to get too into it. Yeah, Fletcher. I'm gonna guess that maybe Fletcher's specialty is prestige, because he seems to do really fucking well at it. Like, he's just getting himself way out there and stuff. Ooh, okay. I nearly tried to go for an overtake there. That could have been bad. As I'm working off a slipstream. Ooh, this might be interesting. Yeah, geez, it was pretty much like side by side going in there, but he had the inside, so he was able to use that to his advantage. Went quite on the outside there. Interesting. Oh boy, a PB. Oh god. I'm actually gonna rewind that a bit in case that gave his car damage. Just in case. You know? Just in case. You haven't pulled ahead, you've been ahead! Oh, like I said, you're like the only person I would... You're the only person I would give the win to, because your teammate... You know, you're part of my HG Racing Incorporated. Why would I not have if you want to win? I mean, you know, if I'm gonna have anyone but me win, it should be the teammate. But if I win, it's because I managed to outdo you. Like I just did right there. You know? You know. Jesus, he is so good in his Koenigsegg. He's just really quick. I might as well just let him pass. He's got more speed than me here. There we go. We can still manage the 1-2. We just flip-flop the order. I'm okay with that. He's probably okay with that. There we go. I like how even my crew chief gets really excited that I got second. But yeah, a 1-2 finish but this time the roles reversed. So he's gonna probably net all the monies now. But am I gonna? Okay, so I think those ones gotta be first. So those will likely be ones I might take out if something better comes along. Anyways. Yet again, I have to start all the way at the fucking back, because of course this game would do that after I mentioned it in the last race. But it looks like Fletcher is starting a bit back too. He's starting 7th, and he's already fallen to 8th. Then again, it's the start of the race. Well, but if the last 2 races were anything to go by, I expect he's just gonna find a way around and just pull through. He's already up to 7. He's already back up to 7th. So that didn't take long. I realize this is a 4-lap race. This must be this must be a short variant. I'm pretty aware of that. It is. I like how the first place driver though is James Pegg. That's a great name. And before it's actually a real driver, and I just sound like an idiot now. Wow, I'm surprised Fletcher isn't actually getting away with it. Then again, I would expect it's just because it's hard to pull through, but there's just some straightaway, so this would be his chance now. Oh god. Oh man, that was so dirty, but it didn't mechanically damage my car, so yet I actually managed to lose a position from that, so ugh. Gotta find my way through. And then Fletcher's finding his way through. He's up to 5th. So he's already pulling through. Oh, he's down to 6th now. Although, yeah, he's side by side, so this is one of those deals. Oh, something happened. He's down to 7th. Uh-oh. Alright, come on. Gotta find the way. Oh, pfft. Sorry. Man, this is turning out to be a pretty difficult race to find some ways to get in front. Oh, someone spun one of the Koenig's eggs. All right, that's fine. It just makes it a bit easier for us now. In fact, if anything, oh, can I do it? Oh, not quite enough. Just behind the, I think that's actually a sponsor, one of the code cars, the Micromania Zonda, if I remember correctly. Yes, I am aware he is right behind me. I also like how this is like an early CCXR where it doesn't have like the wing on the back. Let's find that interesting. Man, Fletcher found a way through. He's now into 2nd place. I think he's going for 1st. He's in 1st. Jesus, he fucking goes. What a dick. I shouldn't be saying that because he probably didn't have much other chance after spinning there, but you know, blocking the path. Of course, now they rewind, he doesn't do that again. Hope, thankfully. There we go. Come on. Up to 3rd. Just get ahead of Palmer here. And there we go. Up to 2nd. Man, this is going to be a three race tourney where it's a 1-2 finish every race at this point. That's awesome. It's going to be good for the monies. Just need to find my way through here. If I can, possibly. Oh, he's getting close. Don't do that. There we go. In the lead. Oh, he's found a way through though because off of my mistakes. Ah, oh, damn, didn't quite have enough. That's fine. Still another 1-2 finish. There we go. A 1-2 finish throughout this entire championship. That is definitely going to do well. I am very much okay with that. Even if I was 2nd in both of those. But oh well. I'll just try not to worry about it. Of course, I'm not actually going to worry about it. I really need to take a drink after I'm done this part. I just got to do the Ravenwest duel, and then that'll be it for the part. So yeah, we managed to get as much points as any team can, 114. Hopefully one of my sponsors will be able to replace those last 2. And there we go. We netted 2.3 million. Pretty damn good. Sponsors are Dastech, Avo. Is that it? Is there no 3rd sponsor? Shouldn't it be, oh. It doesn't count if I don't come first myself. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Well, I went ahead and did the championship again and made sure to get the win this time. Actually, I had a pretty interesting last race there. I also had a 6-lap race at Milan this time around, interestingly enough. But there, of course, we got the last sponsor, which of course is Omex. And man, after using these cars, I think they can definitely use a clean. And that is the wrong thing there. We want Europe. Because these things are dirty. Let's wash them clean. There we go. Much better. Ish. So what are the sponsors that we unlocked? We unlocked so Omex, and then the rest are not even really worth it because they seem to be. Oh wait, I technically already unlocked them, so they're not really new anymore, I guess. Well, there isn't. Well, even though I've unlocked them, I don't think any of them are really even worth using. So we're not going to apply them. So nothing to apply here. Oh well. Well, so now we got all that done. We've got a touring car duel with Raven West with a 2 million prize, of course. So we're gonna do that, and then of course we're gonna call it a part, and then part 21, as you will expect, will be the last 2 races in the Japan side. And it looks like I've got Rick's. And it looks like Rick Scott is the one I am going to be pairing up against. But yep, it's the Raven West livery BMW 320s. Which, even though I know the stripes are pretty much on the center of the car, the fact that these cars have exhaust just off the side, it makes it look so unbalanced. It looks like it's a really weird look. Like you know what's supposed to be, you know it's correct with the way the stripes are, but the exhaust kind of just throws it all off. It's really amusing to me. I imagine though that was the placement of the exhaust on the actual 320 touring car though. So that's a pretty easy overtake. Scott kind of took that corner a bit slowish, so I was able to kind of really push through. But yeah, after this part, I still haven't drank anything, and I'll probably also make something quick to eat before I gotta go and grab a couple things. I'll be able to use that as an excuse for making something, like having something whilst the video is rendering through Vegas, because I got to put the 2 parts together, and then uploading it to YouTube is going to take about an hour or so. So with my current settings, at least in my current internet. Hopefully one day internet packages will stop giving us such low on the upload and will give us something good. I mean, I get pretty good download at 75, but imagine if I could also get 75 uploads, 75. That would be pretty damn good. But unfortunately, that's not quite how it works. It seems. The best package I can get with my current internet service, which is TechSavvy, is a pretty damn impressive 250 download, but the upload only goes from 10 to 20. So which is, yeah, that's kind of really letting it down. It's a shame because it should be so much more, but it isn't. But oh well. Maybe one day some really fast internet packages will become more commonly available in Canada and at good prices. I mean, the 7510 package we get now with TechSavvy is a pretty good price, so I can't really complain. Okay, well. Just gotta get my way around here. Got a few more corners left, and that will be it for the part as a siren blares outside again, which seems to happen almost every day. So either we got a lot of people being bad, or we got a lot of people getting hurt. One of the two. The thing's already stopped now, anyways. And there we go. We got the duel win again. I don't think I've lost any of these duels so far, which is a good thing. So there's that done, and with that, we get ourselves a nice 2 million. And 24,000 because of flashback bonus as well. So yeah, we're sitting pretty at about 18 million now. So, in the next part, part 21, we will be doing the remaining championships in the Japanese side, the J-Speed, with the GT2 Valvoline Trophy and the Remus Drift Battle. So, stay tuned for that, and as always, I will catch you all in the next one, and thank you so much for watching.